All righty, cue the intro, and we will be going live.
I go hard in the paint, yeah, homie, I'm a saint.
Ride or die.
Many claim they like riding, but I know that they ain't.
Ride or die.
I go hard in the paint, yeah, homie, I'm a saint.
Ride or die.
Many claim they like riding, but I know that they ain't. They see the red and they call me a devil, but mind the treble, let me level with you. I used to idolize rappers that paint they face, but now I rock the blood of Christ ever since I've been saved by grace.
Alrighty, that was super weird. Like before I hit start broadcast, it started broadcasting, and then I just introduced the intro. So this will be a review of a Darth Dawkins video in my series of showing to other Christians how not to do bad apologetics. And Darth Dawkins is a great example of what not to do. And so in this particular video, what we're going to do is we're going to highlight a conversation that he had a while ago on Pine Creek. Now, this particular conversation is interesting because Pine Creek will tell you that he's not that knowledgeable. He's not super well informed. He'll take like just a lot of humble positions in that sense. Although I do see him getting overconfident at times. But in this situation, you'll see that he just gave Darth everything and wanted to talk about Jesus, and then Darth did not. All right, guys, so now that this is up, let's cue it.
Tom Rabbit, I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there, Tom Rabbit likes to record these. Hey, Tom Rabbit.
Hi, Duncan.
Hey, this is Darth Dawkins. How you doing, Pine Creek?
Your voice sounds different.
Oh, okay. Let me just check the mic. How about now? Is that better?
Well, no, your voice quality, the mic quality sounds good, but your voice sounds different. Do you have like allergies or something?
No, it's me, Darth Dawkins. Now, you had mentioned that on the live stream here that you talked with me before, but you neglected to mention that our last conversation, you were entirely evasive about defending your atheistic perspective. And you wanted to change the subject to talking about Jesus rather than talk about defending your worldview. Do you recall that?
Yeah, is talking about Jesus bad?
No, but you used it as a diversionary tactic to answer questions about your worldview. Remember when
if using diversionary tactics to talk about Jesus, I think as a Christian you should love to use diversionary or to have people use that type of diversionary tactic, because isn't Christianity about Jesus? Shouldn't the focus be on Jesus?
See, you're doing it again. Okay, what I want to know from you is...
No, what I want to know from you is it bad to talk about Jesus as a diversionary tactic?
It again. You're doing exactly what you did before. I'm calling into...
No, shorthand answer is no. It's not bad to talk about Jesus. The ultimate goal of a Christian evangelist or somebody sharing the faith is to ultimately talk about Jesus. I don't know where Darth is going, other than I do know he occasionally likes to put atheists on the defensive. But as you're going to see, Pine Creek is going to put up the white flag and going to completely surrender.
Ask you a question about your worldview. Are you willing to answer questions about your worldview?
No, I want you to assume that I'm wrong about everything.
Okay. So you're not willing. So if you can't answer questions about your worldview, how can you say anything is reasonable? Let me ask you a question. Since you don't hold
No, I want to talk about Jesus. Can we talk about Jesus?
Okay, here we go. Here we go again. This is your
Darth Dawkins. Do you want to talk about Jesus? Darth Dawkins, would you want to talk about Jesus with me?
No, from you is, why are you asking?
I want to talk about Jesus. Here we have a Christian, a so-called Christian named Darth Dawkins, where an atheist is begging him to talk about Jesus, and he doesn't want to talk about Jesus.
No, because this is a diversionary tactic.
What? Okay, yes, it's a diversionary tactic because I want to talk about Jesus. It's a diversionary tactic about talking about Jesus. Is it talking about Jesus as a diversionary tactic wrong?
What you are doing is wrong, because...
Why is it wrong for me to ask a question about Jesus? Can we talk about Jesus?
Why are you cutting me off? Every
Do you-
time I answer, you're
will
interrupting.
you talk about Jesus?
There's nothing new that I could tell you about Jesus that you don't already know. You have
Well, no,
explained.
I want to know.
You're over talking me again. Why do you keep cutting me off?
So there's nothing new that Darth believes that he can give Pine Creek about Jesus. See, this is really weird to me because ultimately, as a Christian, that should be like the Christian's favorite topic is God and Jesus Christ and the Bible. Now, I'm not saying to have debates, uh, over it. Like, I don't think you're necessarily obligated to do that. But Pine Creek is just saying, hey, let's assume that my whole entire worldview is rubbish and Pine Creek is not defending it. Well, Darth, you've already won at that point. He's not willing to defend his position. But now, are you willing to share the gospel of Jesus Christ? Let's continue.
I want to ask you.
Why are you being so rude every time I talk?
I want to ask you questions. What you believe about Jesus? Can we do that?
You a question, okay?
No. I want to ask you a question about why you believe in Jesus. Is it wrong for an atheist to ask your views on Jesus?
I want the YouTube audience to know this is.
You have zero control here, Darth. This is my channel. You have zero power, zero control. But I will talk to you about Jesus if you want to talk about Jesus.
Okay, so you don't.
I will talk to you about Jesus because Jesus is the foundation of Christianity. Yes.
So in other words,
is Jesus the foundation for Christianity?
Yeah. See, this is.
Do you want to just? I've already answered your question. You asked me, do you want to talk about such and such, my worldview? I said no. Now I'm going to ask you, do you want to talk about Jesus? And then all you have to say is no, and then the conversation's over.
Okay, what don't you know about Jesus?
No, I want to know what you know about Jesus.
Okay, you know what my views on Jesus
No,
are.
I do not know your views about Jesus.
Yeah, we have. We've discussed it before.
No,
now,
barely.
May I ask you?
No, you may not ask. I already said I will not answer your questions about my worldview. I want you to assume I'm wrong and inconsistent. I want you to believe that and assume that about me. And I want you to help me understand Christianity from your vantage point. I want to talk about Jesus from your vantage point. Can we talk about Jesus? Can I ask you questions about Jesus
Yeah, on this, it's very clear that like Pine Creek is not interested in defending his position, which is fine. But now Darth has the opportunity to focus the conversation on Jesus Christ. So it's not necessarily about Pine Creek, but it's about those who will view. I mean, it's already been established that Pine Creek is not interested in defending atheism, not interested in defending his rationale. So now Darth needs to present the gospel in Jesus Christ. And I think he's wasting that opportunity. He doesn't need to do like a victory dance right now because Pine Creek wouldn't defend his worldview. Let's continue.
from your knowledge base.
Guess what? You just proved my point.
Yeah, you're right, Darth. I proved your point over and over again. But can we talk about Jesus?
Okay. Well, there's no point in talking about Jesus because everything you know about Jesus that you reject. You've already rejected Jesus, right?
Right. But I want to know. I want to know.
Is there something that you don't know about the Jesus of the Bible?
Is there something I don't know about Jesus in the Bible? Yes, I want to know. Did he really walk on water?
Okay. Well, you know that the in the gospel accounts that is detailed, but you reject that as not necessarily being historical.
Do you believe that he walked on water?
Now, okay, I'll be glad to explain to you what I think. I called in to ask you a question about your atheism.
Yeah, and I already said I'm not going to answer any questions about my worldview. I want you to assume I'm wrong about everything and I'm inconsistent and everything. I want you to assume the worst of me, but I want to ask questions about Jesus. I want to know if you believe Jesus actually walked on water.
Fake? You're a fake?
I want to know if you actually believe Jesus walked on water.
You're going to manipulate the conversation?
The answer is yes. Yes, absolutely. As a Christian, we believe that Jesus Christ walked on water. That's a simple question. That's an easy question for Pine Creek. I'm sure that he's going to go into, if Darth would have answered it, some kind of demonstrate that for me, or I'm not convinced atheism. You just see that like Darth is just wasting this whole entire opportunity to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with Pine Creek and his audience.
I want to ask if you believe Jesus actually did miracles. Do you really believe that, Darth?
Because you don't want to have a free
Darth, do you believe that Jesus Christ walked on water? Yes or no?
time. You just proved my point.
Yeah, I will always prove your point. You're right about everything, Darth. I want to know, do you believe Jesus Christ actually walked on water? I got Darth Dawkins to hang up on me.
I think this was a couple years ago when this video was actually shot. I don't know if it was even a new thing then for Darth Dawkins to hang up on people or rage quit or mute people or block people. But Pine Creek seems pretty happy with what he has done. Let's see what Pine Creek's concluding thoughts are.
You know, it's so unbelievable, hilarious. This is how you deal with precepts. You give them whatever they want. You prove my point, Pine Creek. Yes, I proved your point. You can't account for anything. Yeah, I can't account for anything. Can we talk about Jesus now? This is the, hey, I'm going to do a shout out to Revealed Apologetics. What's his name? Eli. Eli, I hope you just witnessed what happened here. Now, you can call me evasive and all those things. I don't care. In fact, I'll say, yeah, I was evasive. I didn't want to talk about my worldview. Fine. What do you expect from someone who's under the power of Satan, right? But even as a precept.
Yeah, it is being evasive, but the question and the issue is that once that's been established, what do you do after that? And the clear thing is that if this atheist wants to let you use his platform to discuss Jesus Christ, then use his platform to discuss Jesus Christ. Like, it's already clear to the audience that he doesn't want to defend his worldview. So this is like why I'm highlighting some of these videos. So you can see like how not to do apologetics. As you see, Darth Dawkins wasted this opportunity, and he didn't have to.
If I have questions about Jesus, if I want to pick Darth Dawkins' brain about what he believes about Jesus and what he doesn't, isn't that reasonable if we're talking about, I mean, if you're a Christian and you want to talk about Christianity and Jesus? I think that's very reasonable. Now, of course, I can't account for reason, but that's okay. I mean, the whole goal of presuppositional apologetics is to shut the mouths of unbelievers. And that's what Darth Dawkins' mission is. But it doesn't work. Presuppositional apologetics doesn't work for that, because here I am talking.
So that is an interesting spot to kind of pause it at. So, and that's the very end of the video too. So that works anyway. Just not here in the outro. He's right that like presuppositional apologetics does not necessarily like address anything as far as atheism goes, because it's just telling you what your presupposition is and then building your foundation from that. But once we've done that and the Christian is arguing and explaining that, then he's asking the atheist for their grounding, how they make sense of anything and everything in the world. And the truth is that I've had very few atheists who have given me anything other than something very, very subjective, or very, very like mind independent, meaning their mind and independent of them and them alone. It's just a really weird kind of thing that like I just watched. So Darth had an amazing opportunity to share Jesus Christ. He chose not to do so. Darth had already proved that Pine Creek did not want to defend his worldview or his position. Darth chose not to pursue anything else. Instead, he let Pine Creek own him during the whole entire discussion, mute him, silence him, and then eventually Darth rage quit, which is something that seems to happen a lot online at various times. But I'm going to come back hopefully next week with another interesting video where I'm going to be reviewing the things that Darth Dawkins does in my series explaining to Christians how not to do bad apologetics like somebody like Darth Dawkins does. All right, guys, until next time, I'm going to end this because I've also got another video I want to prep for. Like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Links to support the channel are also within the comment section as well. Thanks again for tuning in, guys.
I go hard in the paint, yeah, homie, I'm a saint.